Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're all having a good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this video. So I decided to make a tier list going over the collab characters. It's going to be a top 10 tier list. Keep in mind, I don't have SR, Rimuru, or Eren here. I just think that obviously they're not going to be anywhere close to top 10. So obviously this is going to be very opinionated. You all are going to have several different opinions on the characters. But yeah, so hopefully you guys do stick around to the end. If you're not, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I do Grand Cross content daily. So if you like Grand Cross, you like the channel. Now let's go ahead and let's do this collab character tier list. So I guess starting at number 10. Number 10 is actually, you know, not that easy to do. Keep in mind, this isn't overall tier list. This is just for the collab characters. So I guess at number 10, oh man, honestly, I'd probably have to pick, I don't know, I'd probably have to pick Mike. I'd probably have to put Mike at number 10. Or maybe, you know what? No, maybe not Mike, Will. I'll put Will at number 10. He's not good. Will's not really that great, but he is better than, let's say, Beatrice, in my opinion, right? Benimaru, Milium. He does have a little bit of a, you know, support kit. Keep in mind, he can make you invincible. So he literally can give you invincibility if you fall below 50%. However, you're losing 20% of all stats, and you also get your ult gauge sealed. So if you don't have max ult gauge, you literally cannot do anything about it. And keep in mind, enemies can work around this. So if you're playing PvP, they can sort of go around this. So I don't know. He's just not that great. Flood AoE though is pretty good. I mean, I will say this, he doesn't have an attack boosting passive, so if he actually were to, you know, have like, I don't know, 30% to his attack related stats increase on passive, it actually would be very strong, but he doesn't, so it is what it is. So I think he's fine where he's at number 10, in all honesty. But number 9, so number 9, I probably would have to give it to Athena. So Athena's very good. She's actually very, very good. However, she's not really used, and the only reason she's really used is for the 4th slot, which, you know, if you kill an enemy, they do have, everyone has their ult gauge removed by 2. So it rolls back by 2, which is very nice. Her kit is strong. I will give her that. Her kit is somewhat strong. I mean, what does she have? Like, I think she has Detonate on her first skill, right? So she has Detonate on her first skill, which is pretty good. She also has, I believe it's, okay, so Detonate's on her second skill. My apologies. She stuns on her first skill at rank 3, but rank 1 and 2 is just a purely damaging move. But yeah, she does have a pretty good passive. I will say her, you know, crit chance is very high. So yeah, I'll give her that. She's pretty good. She's pretty good, but overall, she's probably number 9 in terms of the collab units. Like, nowadays, there are just units that are just straight up better. Like, that's just how it is, right? That's literally how it is. But, yeah, so she's number 9. So, on number 8, I probably will give it to Levi. There's a reason for this. Levi is actually still pretty useful in PvE content. PvP, not so much, but did I say that right? Yeah, PvE content, he's good. PvP, not so much, right? But in PvE, he's really strong. Like, I'm not even, like, trying to cap right now. He's really strong. Levi does crit against the enemy with the lowest HP, right? So he does crit no matter what against whoever has the lowest HP on the team, he's gonna hit with a crit. So that's very good. He has Spike on his rank 1, and he also has Despair on rank 2. Now this was buffed. Yeah, I guess it was buffed, right? Because 15%, 20%, and then 30%. So if he crits, which he will against, you know, he's guaranteed to crit, he is gonna recover HP. So that is pretty damn good. If I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it's really good. Having Spike on his skill 1 is good as well, being, you know, more damage. So I don't know, he's still very useful. He can cancel buffs and stances as well on his ultimate. So overall, I would say, like, he is still really good in PvE. If not really good, then he's still useful at the very least, right? He's still useful, although not a lot of people are going to use him because nowadays there's just units that can do it better. But if you want to use him, you can, right? Even in Crimson Raid, I will say he's probably still pretty useful for like Hell, somewhat Extreme. But yeah, so he's still pretty good. All right, so moving on to number 7. So number 7, I don't know. I actually might give this to Rugal. Like, I was thinking about giving it to Rugal, and I might end up just giving it to Rugal because Rugal is strong. However, he's more so Pierce. Now that I'm thinking about it, he is more so Pierce. The thing that makes him very powerful is his passive. His passive is so good. So, once you get him below 50%, he just becomes an absolute juggernaut, right? So he increases his stats by 15%, he removes debuffs, and then he fully heals his HP. Keep in mind, his stats are like, they're not bad, but they're not the greatest, but they're not bad either. And then he's increasing this by 15%. Yeah, 15%. So he's actually still somewhat good. Farming, he can be used as a farming unit. This skill right here decreases attack related stats, so that's pretty good, even if it is only on one enemy. Obviously, Pierce rate is still somewhat usable, but yeah, because of Goddess Elizabeth, if Goddess Elizabeth didn't exist, then he still would be an absolute juggernaut, right? But since she does, she can stun him. She can put up a barrier, which null voids his Pierce rate. So it's just very unfortunate that Goddess Elizabeth exists. However, I will say, if there's another Pierce unit with like Rupture or something, or that bypasses barriers, he might make a comeback, right? If there's another unit with Pierce and their passive if their passive bypasses the barrier for Goddess Elizabeth, he's actually gonna make a huge return. So keep that in mind. But I think he is at the number 7 spot. He's still very good for farming. He can still be usable. So I think that's where he's going to say. So in terms of like number 6. So number 6, I probably will give it to my homegirl, Ram. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I might give it to Ram. Ram is actually really, really good. However, I think that, honestly, she is pretty much just a backline unit. Ram is pretty much, she's here to buff you. She's here to, at the last remaining slot come in, stun, do Rupture. But other than that, I don't think, like, she's anything too crazy. I mean, she does have an AoE ultimate, which decreases attack related stats. So I guess maybe instead of Ram, I'll actually put Kyo. I might actually, I don't know. This is actually really hard. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is actually pretty hard. The reason for this is because Kyo is absolutely, like, he's still good. No, like, I'm not gonna downplay him. He's still very good. It's just the meta is all blue units. I honestly don't know. I think right now I probably would put Kyo at number 6 and Ram at number 5 simply because of meta, but can't really say that, I guess, because Rugal's below Kyo and he's green and Escanor's blue. But I don't know, I feel like Kyo, he's good, but if the one Escanor does his flood card, he doesn't stand a chance. It's just GG's, you know what I mean? But you can say that about any unit. So for now, I'll put Kyo at number 6, and I'll actually put Ram at number 5. Looking back on it, like, Ram actually does have a pretty good set because she can stun. She does have Rupture, which like rips through Goddess Elizabeth's barrier like butter. She's increasing unknown race allies' basic stats by 20%, which is very good for Lolly, Merlin, Ram, Amelia, you know what I mean? And then she also has this AoE attack-related stats debuff also. I think she's good at number 5. I actually think she is good at number 5, where she stands. So yeah, Ram at number 5, man, that's insane. That's actually pretty insane. So we're getting to the final 4 spot. So I guess at number 4, I'll probably give it to my boy Do I give it to Jim? Do I dare be bold? Am I actually bold enough to say that Jim? Am I actually bold enough to say that Jim is above 11? Do I dare get, like, just absolutely ass blasted in the comment section? I think I will. I think I actually will. Yeah, I think I will. Jim is absolutely insane. Jim Hopper is actually really good. He's actually really good. He has an ult depletion card. He stuns. He, deals 40% more damage with enemies with direct hit. Then they get poisoned. So keep in mind, that's 60% of the damage dealt. And Jim can actually do really good damage. I think I will. He doesn't even have to be ran with Ludocio and Gother. He can be ran with any collab character, right? Anyone here he can be ran with, and they themselves do 40% more damage as well. I'm good. I'm actually good with saying Jim is probably above 11. Yeah, I would actually say that. Jim is above 11. Yeah, I would say that. That's insane because he's... I just wouldn't expect it. So, let's look at 11, right? So, 11, Power Strike, very strong. Wave is very strong. But then again, she can... I don't know. Oh, my God. Because she's a really good, PvE unit too. I gotta keep in mind that Jim can do this, but he can't do it in deathmatch. So he can do this anywhere else but deathmatch. 11 can do, just basically do anything, anywhere, right? With her passive, she's automatically gonna do 40% more damage. And with Jim on her team, she does 80%. Man, but I actually don't know. I probably will keep Jim at number 3 because of his support. I actually think I will put Jim at number 3. And then honestly, it might just be Amelia at number 1 and then Rem at number 2. I think that this is good. Looking at the list from a, just from a viewer standpoint, I think it's actually fine. I actually think it's okay. Because if we look at if we just take a look at this tier list, we got Will at number 10, which is absolutely reasonable, right? I mean, could you replace him with any of these units? I mean, not really. Now that I'm thinking about it, not really. Maybe Mai. Maybe I did undersell Mai, because she is pretty damn good. Maybe I undersold her. Maybe instead of Mai at number 8, or Levi said number 8, maybe I could put Mai, but I feel like Levi in terms of PvE is better than, is better than Mai. I feel like Levi in terms of PvE is better than Mai, so you could keep her there. You could even put Mai at number 9. So if you wanted to put her anywhere here, I would absolutely agree. I would not argue, but I think Will at number 10 is fine, though. I think he is actually... I think in terms of collabs, I think he is number 10. I do. Because he does have a really good kit. He just doesn't do damage. But with Mai, you can actually do some pretty decent damage. As long as the enemies are buffed, you can do pretty decent damage. See, she also depletes ultimate move gauge orbs. Yeah, I don't know. She could be anywhere, to be completely honest with you. I'm going to put her right here, though. I'm going to put her right here with Will. So I really think that she could be anywhere at number 10, 9, or 8, though. I really think she could. But yeah, so then we look at number 7, Narugal, which I think is absolutely okay. 6 is Kyo. 5 is Ram. 4, 11. 3, Jim. 2, Rem. 1, Amelia. I think it's fine. I think it's actually pretty damn accurate. Right, the only thing I'm literally hesitant about is Mai. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I did undersell her a little bit, but that's about it. She could be anywhere here. You could replace any of the units or bring Will down, but maybe I did undersell her, right? But the rest of these units, I honestly think that they're just too, like, they're not good. Beatrice, unfortunately, she came out, she's just not good. Mike, passive-wise, he's aight, but still not the best. No, she's a very, like, she needs to be built up, and enemies need to be hit, so she's no. Aaron, just no. So yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is a fine list, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You guys think this is a pretty accurate list? You guys think there could be some improvements? Let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, guys, I will see you all next time.